So, it is official. 5 days ago, Flippa got sentenced to 25 years. People, I can't tell you something. Me never glad to see somebody get 25 years so in my life. Flippa I'm gonna do a few years and the rest of it I'm gonna do on parole. I saw it go. Alright, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. Listen, Flippa Mafia, the dolphin flip out. Flippa Mafia is free. Flippa Mafia has been released from prison. Flippa original sentence was 25 years with the eligibility for parole after I believe it was 12. So in short order, Flippa just flip out after serving only a few years. There's a lot of talk going on in the streets right now. I talk about Flippa sing upon somebody, him give away people, him snitch, that's the word, snitch. And that's the only way I could have beat that time and come out so quick. The system has said something different though, but we're gonna get into that details. But before I get into that details though, there is a video that I did when Flippa just get arrested. And you see that video there? Somebody just sent it back to me because the video is now trending again. When let me explain something. When I started out the video, I said, I'm never happy to see somebody get 25 years so in my life. That's how I started the video. There's an art to doing your video on YouTube. You must grab the attention. I'm giving away jewels. You must grab the attention of the listener, the viewer, within the first 30 to 60 seconds and hold their attention for 30 to 60 seconds. If you get it then, you might get them for another 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. That's it. Especially if you do a 20, 30 minute video like that video here. This video is going to be long, but it's because me want to play that video over again. This time around though, I want you to listen why I said me never happy to see somebody get 25 years so in my life. See it here. After this, then we're going to talk about what's happening today. Insert right here. SouFLoTV again, everybody, is your host with the most. Check it out before we go any further. You see that flag there behind me? Somebody come on yesterday and them said, SouFLoTV, you're up on YouTube for a little while now, man. You need to set up a professional background and all these things. And don't why you just drape the flag, so why didn't you frame it and do all them kind of something? Listen, if you come here, you see, to focus on how this flag hang on the wall, and you're not focused on what it is I am saying to you. If the background will make you come on SouFLoTV, then you probably don't need to blood clot be here, because the person that commented on it did not say anything about the topic at hand. I know an important topic. The man never said nothing about the topic at hand. The man only talked about how the flag draped on the wall. That was his one sentence comment. Hey man, thanks for your constructive criticism, but me don't need none of you tell me nothing. If you are not one of the people that's tuning in to these videos and actually leaving comments and engaging other people in conversation on the channel. Alright, so I'm gonna say, welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. Is your host with the most. We're gonna take no programming. Watch this. Today we're going to talk about two things, but first I'm going to update my people on the whole Andrew K. Davis situation. Andrew K. Davis, you say, who is Andrew K. Davis? Andrew K. Davis is none other than Flippa Mafia that changed his name to Flippa Mogella, or Mogella. If you've been on the channel before, you know somebody do the whole rundown when Marsha did her 21 years, which is Flippa Mafia's wife. They weren't married as ring, but them did married as in common law wife, because they've been together for a long while, and the woman to him children them and them thing there. So she got her sentence first. His brothers, I believe, got 10 and 20 years respectively after taking a plea deal, right? In the previous videos that I did, I had people come on there and say, I'm jealous, me jealous, I flip on all them something there. Blouse and skirt. I'm for jealous when me out here free. Look who's for me there. Me free, me go outside, me go turn up and tattoo up my skin, me I live my life. Me go where me want go, when me want go there. I don't have to worry about a man that tell me where to shit and where to sit and what to eat and when to spit and them kind of sitting there. Yo, me free. So I wasn't jealous people, and the sensible people on SouFLoTV know that it ain't about jealousy, it's about trying to educate others the younger ones them, so that they don't grow up and make the same mistake where Flippa Mafia make. Because honestly, really and truly, a lot of us will come out of Jamaica, will come out of hard times and poverty, even when time with parents raised us right. Not just Jamaica, out of the whole Caribbean, because the culture is similar across the board. Even when our parents has raised us right, if we come out of poverty-stricken conditions, like a lot of us do, most of us tend to idolize these people that are involved in illegal or criminal activities because we see the Panamera Porsche them are shipped down, we see the Benz them are come off at a lot, spanking new, we see the big 2-3 story house them are built, we see the man them are buy a mummy house and I fly out of the country and them thing there, we say, John, what them life that we want. And to the thing set, a lot of us that are highly educated from a young age, we just stop at a glass ceiling because our people cannot afford to actually keep it going for us, and enough scholarships and them thing that not out there. If y'all ain't aware, they have brain drained Jamaica. In other words, that other what's called first world nations have been taking away our brightest out of Jamaica for the longest to use to build their own thing. Okay, so if y'all are the brightest of the brightest of the brightest, you probably don't stand a chance to Ross. Yes, enough people are making it in Jamaica, but there are a lot more that are not making it, or are barely making it. In other words, then, the masses, not rich and wealthy, okay, is a few. Now, Andrew K. Davis, as the story goes, may I read it for you, so don't mind me looking down. Andrew K. Davis, the Jamaican recording artist, known as Flippa Mafia and Flippa Mogella, was sentenced Friday to 25 years in a New Jersey state prison on drug charges, including his role in an international drug ring that shipped cocaine from California to New Jersey, the state attorney general's office said. The site that I'm going off of for reading this is a government site, so my information is credible. Someone told me a few days ago, hey man, do something up there for Flippa, because everybody else have it out there. I don't do everybody else kind of update, okay? Because same thing them that's about, anyways, I don't do everybody else kind of update. I like to, and I'm going to say this again, I've said it 1,000 times. I like to make the story run a little bit, and then me do my own research and put one-on-one together and make some sense when we make them videos here, okay? Because I also want some lesson to be taught and hopefully learned on the other side when I do these videos. Me never glad to see somebody get 25 years so in my life, may I tell you, here why? Because Flippa wasn't looking at no 25 years. Flippa was looking at something that is called, and for those of you who are not following on Facebook and you're not following on Instagram, you'll miss out, because I addressed this already this morning in a short video on Facebook and Instagram. This morning. But to my SouFLoTV audience, watch this. Me never glad to see somebody get 25 years so in my life. Because Flippa was looking at what was called the coffin sentence. We don't know what coffin is, right? We don't know what time they bury people and bury them in a coffin. Alright, so the coffin sentence means that you will spend the rest of your living days in a penitentiary, in a prison. Okay, so in other words, you're under the prison. You've been buried alive. That was the plan for Flippa. Why do you think they did try him already and then them throw it out and retry him again on the same damn charge, which is unconstitutional in the United States of America, and probably that's why Flippa actually beat it, because he shelled out a whole heap of money and got a top-tier lawyer to stand up in court for him and say, hey, this is unconstitutional. You already had a mistrial on the kingpin leadership of the whole organization thing, because that's what they did try charge him with. So he had a good lawyer that was able to say, nah, that's all that blood cleave. Okay? Of course, he had to make some Jewish guy rich or some Irish. I don't know where the fuck the guy come from, but you don't know. I go already. I connects rule them thing there. These people really just sit around and wait for us to get caught up and them spy on we and them know exactly where I'm going. Them wait till them see a certain amount of money, $1 million stock up. Them wait till them see Panamera Porsches and them thing that them bug your blood clean carry them when you ship them into the country. Them follow your business, them monitor FBI, CIA, KGB style, all up in your shit. And then when them ready, them grab them lawyer friend, them send one from the angle there, them send themselves from the angle here. I'm gonna arrest him, and when me arrest him, I'm gonna fight in a Judge Jones courtroom. Hey, Judge Jones, bump fist. When the boy come before you, this is how I want you game. And then you over here, so now my lawyer friend. Here what you gonna do, you gonna charge the boy. Cause I'm have it, you know. Charge him $500,000. If you charge him $500,000, we split the money behind the scenes and judge, drop the charge to 25 instead of the 75 or the 50 where you did not go give. Remember, you know, Flippa is already 30-something years old, you know. So if them didn't link him with all a 50-year sentence, you see, he would have basically be coming out of prison at 75 or some kind of year. Or 50, he would have come out of prison at 80, 85 years old, right? So, I've never been so glad to see someone get 25 years. Yes, I would have been much happier had he been released. I would have been much happier had he been released. But I know that happened. And we know that never did happen because his brothers that were involved took plea deals and them go say something with them for say, him wife get 21 off the top. So we never expect him out of all of them to walk when him are the one that them have on record involved in certain activities that were actually pointing to him being the ringleader of this whole organization. Plus, nobody mentioned the whole heap of Spanish people them, when he get the few Spanish people them, when he get catch up with them. You know, so them talk and pipe them finger too. Because one of them don't get much time at all. I think he get like 4 years or something. Alright. So, Flippa got 25 years, but he is eligible for parole after 12 years. I know somebody has said glory to God. I know somebody has said glory to God because, brother, me taking 12 years, I don't want no time in prison. Let me get that first clear. But I will take 12 years, you see, before me steer down 50. Wouldn't you? Alright, so that's what I mean when I say I'm never glad enough to see somebody get 25 yet. Me wish him they walk out free and everything they work out away then, but we don't know. Young youths, and them lifestyle you don't want to follow. This with Flippa is not the first, Flippa ain't the last, and the sad thing is the people who follow this kind of trend, them not gonna be the first or the last either. The thing is everybody has it in their brains that I got this. Them can't catch me. Few things stitch up neatly. Few things sewed up. Few things tighter than crazy glue put on it tight. Nothing can mess up. Yo. Apparently y'all ain't watching shows like the First 48. You see First 48, the only boy I talk about, gangster nigga, they don't talk to no policeman nigga, and as soon as them carry them in that little padded room there, you see, and they said to them, and squeeze them one time with a hard question, them act tough, yes? When they hear them say, okay, fuck it, you don't have to talk, you take this whole 25 by yourself. You say big man start, bob. You start here, which part them accomplice live. You start here, which part them dog gone. You start here, who really do the shooting. Hey man, I was just driving. I'm gonna tell you the truth. It was Kamar, he was in the back seat. He pulled his hand up like this and he fired, bah, bah, bah. I tell you right now, he fired 3 shots. That gun, he always keep the gun at his mama's house under a rock outside in the front. Them tell everything. So, don't ever think that your thing is so sewed up. May I understand, say, I'm of the full understanding that we cannot all make it the same way. That means that the whole of we can't go be a rap star, the whole of we can't go be a reggae singer or make it famous with big hit records. The whole of we cannot go and be lawyers and doctors because our opportunities are not the same. Me not care how nobody want to cut it, our opportunities are not the same. Some are lucky enough to make it out. Others have to scrunch wherever them can find. That's why I'm always say big up the ghetto people them. I'm not stray from them too far because separation is real and although nothing will make it out, nothing will not gonna make it out. You understand? So me not knock a man the way how him feed him family and feed himself here. So enough people come with them whole heap of opinions and them whole heap of self-righteous talk. But if that person stop doing what them do and come ask you for your food, you be the first person to tell them, say, man, you go do something with yourself, man. You always a blood cleat bag. If they even come ask you for work, you will tell them, say, hey, that you always a beg people to blood clatter. Like, the man a beg so he can better himself. Me don't know. Maybe it's just something where I go through and you not help him to get over. So, here me I say, we're not taking no handout out here. At the same time, I'm saying to the youths them, this ain't the way to go, man. This is not the way to go because 1 year, too much. 1 day behind bars is too much. much less 25 years in a young 30-something year old. That life just started when you hit 30-something, and you see my grandparents them say when you reach 40 is when your life just starts. So if them take away your life from you and give you 25 at the prime, at your prime, in your 30s then, that means you spend your best years of your life, dog, at prison. The best years of your life are the years where your maturity is supposed to be at a peak level, your intellectual swiftness, your ability to think on your feet, your physical shape, your body, your strength, your reasoning abilities. You know what I said? All these things come together. Your executive thinking, all these things come together in your 30s. So when they lock you away in a prison, all the things you've been trying to figure out your whole life is locked away with that. And there's nothing you can do with them. And then when they let you out and you're old and gray, there you sit. Okay? So, Superior Court Judge John T. Kelly also ordered Davis, formerly of Swedesboro, to pay $250,000 money laundering penalty. And Davis' sentence, so Flippa Mafia sentence also includes 12 years of parole eligibility. See that? So, I don't know what Flippa gonna do. I don't spread no bad rumors for the man. I don't say him talk. I don't say him give up a bigger fish. Forget that deal here, because the way all them did I press it, and usually when you take the big heads to court and go head up with them, you usually end up being the big time loser, and they usually make an example out of you. So to get a 25-year sentence with 12 years of that eligible for parole, more than likely the dolphin are gonna flip out in about 12 to 13 years, if not sooner. Alright? So it's bad, but it's not so bad. Davis was arrested in Los Angeles in September of 2013. If you don't remember how the thing went, in something that's called Operation Next Day Air, a multi-agency investigation that discovered more than 26 kilos of cocaine, worth over $960,000, almost $1 million US, as well as 2 handguns and $500,000 US in cash. So if you had any doubt that Flippa was balling, was getting money for real, there you have it. Alright? And one more thing, I'll say this again. You see them law enforcement people here? It's something with them behind closed doors. If you find 1 million, split the shit and say you got on a bus or you busted the criminal and you found 500,000. Cause John Public's gonna say that you took half of it anyways, or most of it anyways. If you find 26 kilos, split half of it. Alright, take some for yourself and go set up your family them. So, who's to tell? Who's to tell? But anyway, man, operation from Kingston, Jamaica, as well as locations. Them there, Flippa was operating this operation from Kingston, Jamaica. Them track him from Kingston, Jamaica, as well as locations in California, New Jersey. Davis worked with partners including Marsha G. Bernard, which is in Oman, and Marsha did at 34, right? His 2 brothers, Kamar was only 25 years old, and Roger, which was 38, okay? Bernard, who is Flippa, Marsha, who was tried alongside Flippa, was responsible for receiving large shipments of cocaine and then distributing them to the drug trafficking network in New Jersey. She was found guilty of cocaine distribution, money laundering, and conspiracy, and she was sentenced to 21 years. So, bomba clock. People now pay attention. Marsha got sentenced to 21 years, dog. 21 years, and them not said nothing about no eligibility of parole for Marsha. So them rub her 21 straight. Flippa do some kind of deal to blood clot. Flippa get 25 with 12 of it eligible for parole. Pussy clot. Me don't know I don't know. People, SouFLoTV, wanna like, comment, share, and subscribe and talk to me about this one. Okay? Now people now catch the details of the case. So Andrew Davis was found guilty in December of first-degree distribution of cocaine. Remember all of that. And then them retry him, right? And they wanted to retry him as the leader of the narcotic network. 6 other defendants in the operation were sentenced to state prison sentencing ranging from 3 years to 16 years. So see that, the Spanish youth when I talk about, when I say him talk, because when them catch him is when everybody else started getting caught. If you don't know the whole story. Them catch the man, them rip off the bumper and dig up the arms, dig up the steering column and the dashboard of the vehicle and pull out big packages of coke. Kilos and kilos of coke, right? Him start sing. When him start sing, Flippa and the rest of people them get dry into the web. That's how the shit went down. Check this out. May I say it again. Marsha Bernard got 21 years straight. Flippa woman, him baby mother. The mother to him children them. She got 21 years straight. But why you make that sink in? Because there's nothing, and if I'm wrong, somebody tell me. But there's nothing in her clause in her sentencing that says that she is eligible for parole after 12. Maybe I might have missed it, but it is clear in Flippa's own. Straight up front it says eligible for parole, 12 years of his 25-year sentence are eligible for parole. So Flippa I'm gonna do a few years and the rest of it I'm gonna do on parole. I saw it go. SouFLoTV, you know, like, comment, share, and subscribe. May I say it again, the young people them out there are young people, old people, wherever I know, because some want to start farm fool when they turn old to blood clot. I don't know why, when they wait till they turn old to start farm the fool like your blood clot, your blouse and skirt self. When they could have put your life together already from you're young. Me prefer tired to blouse and skirt till they can't keep me eye them open. I would rather be tired than broke. That's why me work hard. When I say I grind hard, I talk about sleep is secondary to the grind. You understand what I say? I have to get my money legally, not illegally, legally, the right way. I have to get it from 1, 2, and 3 different angles at a time. Put your shoulders to the wheel, man. Use your brain what God give you. Especially those of us that have the opportunity to get up out of Jamaica and come in at the other foreign country, those countries that have opportunities. Go there and take advantage of the opportunity them. Now put yourself in a position if you're going to do 25 years in a prison dog in your young life. You understand? Because ain't much left for you when you come out unless you stash up $100 million, do 20 years, get liquid a deal like Flippa, where them say 12 of that, you're good for parole, and you come out and you can go dig up your $100 million and chill any which part in the world you want there. Plus, he can't go nowhere because he's on parole. So, if he's on parole, that means that they're going to watch him closely. He can't go and split when he come out for the next 12 years. So, SouFLoTV, man, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I want to hear what y'all think about the fact that his wifey, him woman, Marsha, get 21 straight, and him get 25, but 12 of him is eligible for parole. Peace. When I talk to me there, it's SouFLoTV. Alright? I'm out. Alright, so that's that. That's when I did the video when Flippa just get locked up, right? I know people are saying, you look so different now, SouFLo. Boy, a long time not to know. Anyways, I've had many kids since. You see how life stay for some people. Some people go to prison and some people stay out here. Then when you go to prison, it's coming like, so them freeze you in time, you know? Some people come from prison looking younger. Some people stay out there at age because you have to run up and down, you can't get good sleep. I mean, I don't know how you get good sleep in prison, but you can't get good sleep out here. I myself may have 6 picnics. I made 4 of those after Flippa get locked up. You know what I'm saying? Life got different. I went from, Flippa got locked up, I had like 5.7 thousand subscribers on YouTube. Like 5,000, literally about 5.7 thousand subscribers on YouTube. But go back and look. And today, we're over 300 and something thousand subscribers on YouTube. So you see, some things grow, some people stay still, some things fall apart, some things come back together, and just time are the master of all things, right? Now let's talk about what's going on today. So, the Flossing King Flippa Mafia is out early on parole, just in time and to celebrate his 44th birthday on October 31st. May I do so because of celebration time. See? The DJ, who's 43 years old at the moment, whose real name is Andrew K. Davis, was released from the East Jersey State Prison, EJSP, on Tuesday, October 4th, 2022. He has been incarcerated since June 3rd of 2016. Alright, at them time that we just start the YouTube, right? www.jamaicaobserver.com have the full story, so do others, but I also may I read it from, just in case you're wondering where my source is coming from. Alright, in 2016, Flippa was sentenced to a total of 25 years in prison for being the mastermind of an international drug trafficking and money laundering ring, something like the RICO Act. Yeah. He was also ordered to pay back 250,000 US dollars anti-money laundering, profiteering penalty. 250,000 US dollars him also ordered to pay back. He was scheduled to serve a maximum of 17 years on account of heroin possession. He was also sentenced to serve a maximum of 8 years on account of money laundering. Flippa reportedly completed his high school diploma and earned a bachelor's degree in education while he was in jail. A bachelor's degree in education would mean that Flippa could actually now come out and actually be a teacher if an institution will look past his criminal background, so to speak, and conviction, and hire him as a teacher. He now has the qualifications to do so. Flippa's girlfriend, Marsha Bernard, was sentenced to 21 years as well in prison for her role in the drug ring, and for his brother, Roger Davis, he was sentenced to 20 years behind bars. Another brother, Kemar Davis, was also sentenced. All of them have since been released. Big sentence everybody get. Flippa Mafia, baby mother, Marsha, she get 21 years. Flippa brother get 20 years and 21 years. Flippa himself get 20 odd years. All of them now are out of the system, completely released and free. Of course, Flippa is on what you call parole. You know parole go already. You go check with your parole officer. If you piss wrong, they put you back in there and you have to finish out the rest of your time. So parole is not necessarily something that is easy. A lot of people actually, after them come out and get violated on parole, they're like, man, F that. I'd rather be back in there, because it's worse when you out here. You have to go to work. You have to maintain an income. You have to pay a certain money to your parole officer. You have to check in all the time on schedule. You have to do, it's like being out here, but you're monitored closely. You can't go certain places. You can't have contacts with certain people. And if you have contact with them certain people, then everything when we just tell you that you can't do, if you do any one of them, if you jaywalk across the street, which means you didn't wait for the light to change for the walk sign, if you say walk now, and you look like traffic a come, no, and you run cross, yeah, jaywalk. If you jaywalk across the street, it can send you go back to prison on parole. And you have to finish up the rest of the time that you were doing, or that you have left on the books. I saw that work. So parole is not necessarily a good thing, but I mean, hey man, any day outside of prison is a good day. Every day outside of prison is a better day. Because nobody know one day in there, so we all know what goes on in there. Alright? And congratulations to Flippa, because enough man out there that did have the time, that could have focused, could have went to school, could have gotten a bachelor's degree in education, and Flippa go do it and come back, and them still not have none. Right? Them still out there going with foolishness, heading to the place where Flippa is just now coming from. And swear to God and tell themselves, so they might make progress. This wheel always turning. These doors, prison doors, always revolving. Somebody go out, somebody go in. Somebody go out, somebody go in. That's how the thing go. Right? Criminals never think they're going to get caught until they are caught. Oh shit. That type of stuff. So, Flippa Mafia was nabbed in 2013 and charged in a January 10th, 2014 indictment stemming from an operation called Operation Next Day Air. The man that did run the postal service red. I don't know why people are still trying this in 2022. Cases like these should tell you, say, dealing with narcotics and using the postal system is not going to work anymore. All right, things have gotten way more sophisticated since then. They've invented different kinds of machines to detect your drugs coming through since then, and all other kind of something. But you know, the rewards are good for when you can actually slip a 1 and 2 package through. That's how it goes. The rest of the package, then you could take a loss, you could take a hit, and people still do it, and people are still going to prison for the same thing. All right, Flippa Mafia was sentenced. He was nabbed. Them catch him in 2013, and they charged him in January 10th of 2014. An indictment stemming from what was called Operation Next Day Aired, and that the Feds them name it, you know. The Feds them like to name them Operation different kind of name. If they were coming after me, they probably wouldn't name it the SouFLoTV Operation, something like that, right? Next Day Aired. The investigation was led by the New Jersey State Police, the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, and Division of Criminal Justice. All right. Now, during the 2013 investigation, detectives seized over 6 kilos of cocaine worth approximately $910,000 US dollars. That's almost $1 million. Not too far off. US dollar we are talking. And everybody knows Flippa was balling back then. Now remember, I know, not only was Flippa balling, because Flippa used to come on Jamaican, dash your money in the crowd, so dash your money in the crowd, so everybody run and pick it up and why you fight each other. Big pandemonium, forget the US $1 bill them when they fling out in that crowd. I don't know if he did put some 10 and some 20s in there, but he had the money like that to throw the money like that back then. Plus, it was looked at as a part of his scheme to be in the entertainment industry, because when you're an entertainer, you have to entertain. That's your job. You can't be regular like the man next door, else nobody don't want to see you. So Flippa was doing some exciting stuff and at the same time able to perform on these shows and all these other things. And that's what was going on in his life at the time. The first time Flippa come out and throw up a whole heap of money, I said to myself, the Feds in the US are watching, because they want to know what's his income in the US. I mean your annual gross income. Where does he work? What businesses does he own? Check with the IRS. Is he filing taxes? How much does he report on his tax report on an annual basis? How much does he pay and how much does he get back for himself to keep, etc., etc. The amount of money them seem a flash, the amount of cars them seem. You remember, I think he brought a Panamera Porsche to Jamaica and write it off, drive fast and crash and mash up the Panamera Porsche. A Panamera Porsche, a whole heap of money that, right? And at that time, the Panameras had just came out in the new bubble body form edition. Flippa have that in a Jamaica already. And you know, he was really doing it and doing it big. See? So when I seen all that, I said, yeah, the Feds are watching for sure, for sure. And in a matter of time, it's going down. And guess what? It sure as hell went down. So anyhow, working with our federal partners, Director Eli Hoying of the Division of Criminal Justice spoke about the operation at the time of the arrest. Back then, he said, working with our federal partners as well as state, county, and local law enforcement, we ensured that the reach of the law was long enough to capture the leaders of this transnational drug syndicate. Transnational, meaning they used to send drugs all over the nation, right? And them I said Flippa was the boss of that section of the nation, and him was making sure how everything run, multiple drug houses set up here, there, and everywhere, getting that money in, getting the workers to do the thing, and you know, a boss move. See? So with that, Hoying was saying, after seizing cocaine worth nearly $1 million in New Jersey, we arrested the alleged ringleaders in Los Angeles, California. Colonel Rick Fuentes, superintendent of the New Jersey State Police, said in a press release in 2014 that more than $1.4 million in drugs and cash, along with handguns, were seized from this well-established distribution network that spanned the continent from New Jersey to California and down to Jamaica. Somebody has said the drugs used to come in through Jamaica, then the drugs used to end up heading out to California to somebody, and then from there, so through, from, we don't know how them I get the drug through from Jamaica to where, but let's be honest, we've seen even police officers out of Jamaica at this point get caught in the US transporting cocaine, right? Straight out of Montego Bay, Jamaica, hold them on the airport, and they've been held in Fort Lauderdale, they've been held in Atlanta, they've been held in quite a few places. And it's not just police officers, but just to show you a hard, high hierarchy of how this thing works. Regular people are get catch with it too. So people are still taking their chances, still doing the same thing, and that's what was going on from back then. So you could just say that Flippa just one of them that got caught. You understand? Operation Next Day Air required us to work seamlessly with our local county and federal partners to dismantle this active drug ring. Flippa is known for songs like Unfinished House, A Dig at Bounty Killer, and hits like Repeat that, the song Repeat him that talk about him clothes. He must say yes, him clothes dear and expensive. Of course it have to repeat. Because some people that talk about them not repeat clothes, right? And I'm like, yeah, my clothes dear and expensive. Of course it have to repeat, right? Repeat and Demia and Minna Brook and Hear Me Here, but me not care. That thing, that was one of the most popular ones for Flipper. One comment over here and the person said, Uncle Sam, should I keep him? When am I let him out for? Well, let me say this. I said it before, I'm going to say it again. All of us don't have the same opportunities. All of us never get born with the same gold spoon in our mouth. All of us are not going to make it out who come from certain background and situations. Me, grew up in Miami during the crack epidemic, you know, when crack was really taking over, and a lot of people were blowing up because them did a deal crack, cocaine, and never make a whole heap of money. So me have brethren was still there prison behind coke and crack because, you know, the murder game had to be up. So you have to bust head along with the whole thing and all these other things. I have some that were deported, me have enough were dead and all that. At my age I am now, I'm probably the only one left standing, and it's probably because me never indulge in them things there, but I am very familiar with the environment. See, some of us had different opportunities. Like somebody did tell us to go on a school youth. Somebody did tell us to join the military instead. Somebody did tell us, and some of us, nobody told us. We just watched what was happening to the others around us, and we just exercise different opportunities. Some people now have them opportunity there, so them try a thing. So it works for some, it don't work for others. I'm not making an excuse to live that life. I still think it's a dumb decision, a dumb choice to make, you know? But that's what it is. So any day out of prison is a good day. And big up to Flippa for coming home. Me don't know nothing about who him snitch pan. What I do know is Flippa is going to come home and find a different social media world now. Because when him left, this YouTube thing I wasn't even like it used to be. And Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and all these things weren't like they are now. So when him reach back yard now, I'm place now, him go find out say people are able now to take stories, send them, switch them up, say what them want to say. Right now, the running talk is no way Flippa got sentenced to 20-something years, and after only a few short years, he is back out on the road again. Obviously, him flip out upon somebody. Obviously, he told on somebody, him snitch, him give up some operation, and the more you tell is the more they shorten your time. And that's how Flippa was able to come out so quick. Hear what? Me not say nothing about that because I don't know nothing about that. And accusations like those can actually end up getting people's lives taken or put people in a hellhole spot. Me no business with that. I'm not going to speak on a man case unless there is public information out there or there is information that has been released to the public. And then me put my opinion on top of that. When you watch my old video, we're gone, you obviously realize SouFLo solid because he been the same since back then. The only difference about me back then to how me stay now, 7 years ago to how me stay now, is that when I say stuff now, I don't curse as much as I used to curse back then. And some people link me and say, SouFLo, you have a good thing going. We like how you speak. We like how you put your points across. If you just tone down the cursing, you'll go a long way in YouTube, my youth. I'm tone down the cursing and listen to some elders. And went from 5,000 subscribers to over 300 and something thousand subscribers. Slowly and surely, and got there years later, you know. So, but if you listen to what I said, for the dummy them who took the first few seconds of a video and ran with it when me said, me never see happy if you see somebody get 25 years so yet. If you watch the whole video, you will see that I said I wasn't happy. I have never been so happy to see somebody get 25 years because Flippa was actually facing what is called a coffin sentence. Coffin meaning you're buried alive. Okay, so when they hit people with like 60, 70, 80 years in prison, they call it a coffin sentence. Because you not come out. If you get 50 years in prison, I have to do every day of that at the age of say 35. You are 85 when you come out, right? Where you come out, condo, you're dead. Alright? If you in your 40s and get a 60-year sentence because you're the leader of some organization, criminal organization, and them give you 60 years and you are 40. Do the maths, no man? 60 and 40 is 100, my friend. How much people we know will live to be 100? Not many. Some do, but not many. So you're dead, right? That's why I did say, rotted, instead of them 60 years, 50 years, because that's what Flippa was looking at originally. Me here say him get 21, me say yes. I was actually rejoicing. But you know, our people love to stir the narrative. I'm jealous, you're jealous. And this. Oh, you feel celebrate a man downfall, youth. Yo, me lose off of your youth. Me unsubscribe from your channel, youth. Watch the whole video, don't it? We were celebrating because he actually only got a minimal sentence compared to what he was actually facing. And if you hear or heard what I said in that clip before, I said he will be home in like 12 years or so. See that? I'm not even 12 gone yet. And him home. So, hey, we there do the things still enough. From them time there till now. Welcome home, Flippa. Make good use of it this time. Yeah? Be wiser. Move wiser. And just know, sir, this is the second part of your life, my friend, because you're in your 40s now. So, a time for big man thing. See? Time for big man business now. Alright, with that said, I'll leave that right there. Big up to everybody watching, and it's SouFLoTV. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one. And be careful of the narrative that you stir, and be careful of the stuff you're trying to put out there and mix up. Just remember, the internet thing, yeah, it gets serious. The world is not as big as you think it is. You say stuff about people, and they appear. You might think you safe because you the way over there, so the world closes in. Not only that, the stuff you say can be damaging and can cause people to lose them life. Real talk. Catch you on the next video, man. I'm out. Peace.